Hi, good evening, everyone. Everybody sees that?
Yes, sir.
Can anybody explain to me how they would have approached this question?
X on one side of the equation. Then after I took the 5 over with the 4, and that would be 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. But I don't know. I'm not good at this.
You would have
The 5 would become positive.
Yeah, so it can go over and add with the
Yeah, and add it.
and get 9. So then it would be X. You put back the sign and then 9. I don't know.
Wait, x
X
5
then
plus 5.
4
Plus,
plus 5.
yeah.
What would have been the members of the set? This is saying X is greater than or equals to 5 to 9. So what would have been the members of this set? You'd have started with 9.
And
So I
continue.
start with 9, 10, 11. And I use 3 dots and I close. So this is a set. This is known as a solution set. Now, if you're asked for the number line, then you start, you can start, because of the length here, normally you'd have started with a negative number. So let's say I start at negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do something now where I'm going to break this like that. And then I put 9, 10. All right. So what I did was to put in a little break. In the number line. And what this shows is that there are some numbers that are missing between 4 and 9. All right. Then now I draw a circle on top of the 9. Put my arrow in this direction. Right. And I shade my circle. Shade it.
Excuse me,
Right?
sir.
Yes.
Sir, you put the sign because you don't have space, the broken thing.
Right. But you're not to do it, you know.
Oh, yes, sir. That's what I asked.
Good. You are not to do it because it's not really accepted in the exam. You have a lot of space on your paper to draw the number line. But you must always have negative integers on your number line. All right? Okay, let's look at another one. Everybody understands that? That's minus 5. All right. Let's see how we're going to do this now. Remember this. Remember this. And this. All right. Okay. So what you actually have is two separate inequalities joined together, with the common part being here. So this is the common part. All right. So this could be written as x minus 8 being greater than -5 and x minus 8 being less than or equals to 4.
Sir, why you change the first sign?
Hmm?
Why you change the sign?
Which
The first
sign?
one.
The sign isn't changed. Look at it carefully. The arrow in the first one is pointing to the -5. The arrow in the second part is pointing away from the 4. So it's pointing towards the 8 minus the x minus 8. You see that? Look at the sign. The arrow is pointing to the -5. The arrow here is pointing to the -8. So what I did was to just split up the two inequalities, split up the inequalities into two parts and solve. So I'm taking over the -8 to the side of the -5. So I get x greater than -5 plus 8. So x is greater than 3. Over this side now, I get x to be greater than, less than or equals to 4 plus 8. So x is that 12. Good. So x is greater than 3 and x is less than or equals to 12. So I would have written this back.
Good night, sir.
Good night. I would have
Sorry.
written this back as x, I'm coming to you there, as x being greater than 3 but less than or equals to 12. Any question?
Basically,
Sir,
just
the sign.
Huh?
The sign.
The sign?
Sir, you switch it. You
I
flip it.
do look at it carefully, you know. Look at it carefully because I have not switched the signs.
sir,
Look.
so basically you put the variable first.
Hmm?
You put the variable first, the letter first.
Um, all right. the key to understanding what was done is to look at what the arrow is pointing to in the question given. Just concentrate on what the arrow is pointing to. In the question given, the arrow is pointing to -5. That's the first arrow. The second arrow is pointing to x minus 8. All right.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to do it the way that CXC wants you to do it. This way is just to make it simpler for you to understand what to do. So here is what you're expected to do. You have -5 less than x minus 8 less than or equals to 4. Okay? Out 6, it requires you to take over this 8 to this side as well as to this side. So you would get this to be -5 plus 8 being less than x, right? And x being 4 plus 8. So we carry over the 8 to both sides. At the end, we're left with 3 x 12. So you see, we work back and get the same answer, right? Good?
Yes, sir. You can do some more, please. Can do some more questions like this.
All right. Yes, man, we do some more of these. So what would have been the solution set here? Anybody can tell me what are the members of the solution set?
The -5 and the +8.
No.
3, 4, 5. That.
Would be? Where would we start? Look at it. It says, read it
3.
from here.
Oh,
Read it
okay.
there and then there.
3, 4, 5. That.
All right, the first thing that you need to know to be able to state is a clear understanding of what this means. You need to have a clear understanding of what that means in order to answer your question where the solution set is concerned. What this means is that taking it from this end, always start at the x Always start at the x. It means x is greater than 3, right? Following me? Christian Company, you following me?
Yes, sir.
Jean? So this, reading from the x, and always read from the x. X is greater than 3. Go in the other direction. The other direction. X is less than or equals to 12. Right? So x is greater than 3, but it is also less than or equals to 12. What would have been the member of that set? Anybody?
You want to know what would be inside the set?
Right.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
4, 5, 6, 7. Put
8
your 3 dots.
up to 12.
10, 11. Is 12 a member?
Yes, sir, because it's greater than or equal to.
12. Good. Very good. All right. So it is 4. And sometimes what the question asks you is, what is the smallest number that satisfies the inequality? And the smallest number that satisfies this inequality would have been 4. Are you clear? Is that clear? All right.
Yes,
So
sir.
since persons, all right, let's work this one. I'm going to give you 2 to work. So let's do the first one. For the first one, we're going to carry over the 2. Carrying over the 2 to both sides. We get 7 plus 2, 2x. Nine plus 2. All right, so we carry over the 2 on both sides. So we'd have gotten here now 9. x 11. Then we're dividing both sides by 2. So it's 9 over 2 less than x 11 over 2.
Sir, are you supposed to be writing on the board?
You're not seeing the board?
I can only see a part of it. Well, me, I'm not sure about the others.
I can see everything.
Okay. Anybody else have any problems seeing the board?
No, sir.
Check and see if you're zooming on your phone or whatever
Huh?
you
Oh, yeah, it's zooming. Zooming.
Pardon?
It's zoomed in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we would have gotten 11 over, so 9 over 2. X is greater than or equals to 9 over 2, or x is less than or equals to 11 over 2. And you all know what 9 over 2 equals to, right?
Yes, sir.
That's 4.5
I'm 5.5.
and 5.5. Okay? How many persons got that correct?
Me.
All right? The other one is a bit technical, right? But you
Yes.
found that out?
Nope. I did not do that one.
So quickly do that one. Challenge yourself. That's the art of mathematics. Challenge yourself. And then when you challenge yourself, you'll be able to master it. So the other one is 14 being less than, no equal is there, less than 5 minus x greater than or less than or equals to 11. That's it. It's 11. So challenge yourself to work in that one.
Sir, I'm not getting this one.
Not getting that one?
No, sir, I'm stuck.
Really?
Yes, sir.
If you do everything that you're supposed to do, there would be just one thing that you need to do that you're probably not familiar with doing. It's the same step coming down.
Sir, but the sir, I don't know when you work it.
Now tell me what is your, where have you stopped?
5 minus x is less than or equal to 11. And then on the other side, 5 minus x is less than or equal to 14. I don't know what the two sides. Yes, sir. Sir, is
You're
it right?
always moving the number, you're not moving the x. You're always moving the number. X, the x is going to remain in the middle at all times.
It's kind of in the middle still, sir.
Hmm?
It's in the middle still.
So only the x must be right here.
Yeah.
Only the x must be here.
I just like the first
So you
one.
must get rid of this.
This is what I'm trying
Must,
to do.
you must get rid of the 5.
That's
Anybody
this.
else has any Brenda? Brenda,
Yes, sir.
what is your issue?
No, I only have what she had in the 5 minus x, which is less than 11 and greater than 14.
Mm-hmm. That's all.
Yeah.
So you don't know that
How
you
to continue?
take over the 5 to both sides.
Take over the 5 to both sides?
Right?
Yes.
Tiana? All right.
Sir,
So
may
when we take over the 5 to both sides, what we get? 14 minus 5 being less than negative x. 11 minus 5. You're moving the 5 from here and you're placing it on both sides. So you have a positive 5 here and you're taking it over to the other side. So it becomes negative 5. So you should have 9 being less than negative 5, negative x.
Sir, how the 9 drop in?
Yes, because you take away 5 from 14.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
You see that?
Sir, when you finish, you could please do it the other way.
5 from 14. Then this. And this will be 6, right? 11 minus 5 give you 6.
Yes, sir.
Give you 6. All right. We use a different color now because I'm illustrating something. You know that negative x is the same as negative 1x, right? Hmm?
Yes, sir.
All right. So therefore, we don't want negative x, we want x. So how do we get rid of the negative sign here?
repeat?
How do we get rid of this negative sign? So I want x, but there's a negative x there. It's a negative x we have there. But I want x. How do I get rid of the negative x? The negative one, the negative 1. How do we get rid of the negative 1? So as to make this become x.
Add it with another.
Hmm? I would divide by negative 1. Right? So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 1. When I divide both sides, when I divide by a negative number, write that down for me. In solving inequalities,
Sir, repeat.
in solving inequalities, When you multiply or divide by a negative number, when you multiply or divide by a negative number, you must change the inequality sign. When divide or multiply by a negative number, you must change the inequality sign. When dividing or multiplying by a negative number, you must change the inequality sign. Hence, look, it's -9, -9, sign is turned around, -6. All right? You see that? The sign turn around. All right. Everybody gets that?
Yes, sir.
Somebody had requested that we work it both ways, right? Who was that? All right. There's a little rule, but you won't be penalized. The smaller number must be on the left and the larger number on the right. All right. Which of these numbers, smaller or bigger? -9 is smaller than -6, or -6 smaller than -9?
-6 is smaller.
Negative
Negative
9 is
9,
smaller. Negative 9
negative,
is smaller, sir.
-9 is smaller. All right. Remember that. All right. So we're going to work it the other way for, I don't know who. All right. So let's work it the other way. Remember now that there are two inequalities here. This is the first one. So that's the first one. And this is the second one. So that makes it two inequalities condensed to make one. So look at the sign. It's 5 minus x (14) and 5 minus x (11). Carry over the 5, so you get -x. 14 minus 5, so -x is going to give me 9. So x will be less than -9 Hmm? In this case now, this case, we have negative x and 11 minus 5. So negative x than 6. So x negative 6. And then you join them, join the negative 9 and the negative 6 with the inequality sign and x. Okay? Any question? Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Please write these for me. I'm going to give you 3. The first one is 5. Let me give you the proper way. You're going to write x plus, you're going to write 3x plus 2 in the middle. 3x plus 2 in the middle. To the left, you're going to use the greater than sign, then 5. And to the right, you're going to use the less than or equal sign, then 11. So let me demonstrate that.
Sir, repeat. My Wi-Fi is freezing.
3x minus 2, 5 on the left. What did I say on the right? Was it 11?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. So 5 x 3x minus 2, 11. The second one now, 4x plus 7, 4x plus 7 in the middle. To the left is 11. The greater than or equal sign in between the 11 and the 4x. So the arrow should be pointing to 11. And then the less than sign, which means the arrow is pointing to towards the middle, 27. The third one,
Sir, please repeat.
so you should have 11 is less than or equal to 4x plus 7 less than 27. So if I'm reading it straight across from left to right. It's 11 less than or equals to 4x plus 7 less than 27. Number 3. 3 less than or equal to 4x minus 5. That's 3. Less than or equals to 4x minus 5. Less than 15. Number 4. 5 is less than 6x minus 7. 5 is less than 6x minus 7. Less than 29. Less than 29. Ready for the other one?
Yes, sir.
Negative 24 less than or equal to 3x minus 9. Negative 24 is less than or equals to 3x minus 9, which is less than or equals to negative 14. It's less than or equals to negative 14. So what you're going to do those 5 questions. Then do those 5 questions for homework, and then you send them to me in the group, and I'll mark them. On Sunday, we are going to be looking at some trigonometry questions. I'll be introducing you to trigonometry, reviewing matrix bearings, the basic things on trigonometry like SOHCAHTOA, Pythagoras' theorem, sine rule and cosine rule. Then move into bearings and angle of elevation and depression. All right, so that's Sunday at 8 o'clock. Remember now, those 5 questions, you're to do them and send them to me in the group. All right, send them to the admin, the 364 number in the group. You're not to post in the group, please. Send work directly to 1-876-456-7784.